one. Also, you have duel with the Sunstrike, extra damage, rocket into Sunstrike, whatever.
Is there any chance? Has Moon ever played Puck in the off lane? Odd get something else for the mid lane, or even get Invoker or something?
10 seconds
The
remaining.
option's still open, which they like right now.
Either way, they've
5
kind of covered their
seconds
bases,
remaining.
right? They have Shadow Shaman against offlane Puck, and they have Nyx Assassin as a support that will stand in the mid lane
10 seconds.
and deal a lot of damage to
Yeah,
the
so
Puck.
I want Invoker next, yeah.
They just picked
So-
Misery's hero here.
Schlada. Okay.
Another Slytherin.
Yes, it is.
A Slytherin Slardar.
He's a Slytherin. Slytherin race.
He's a slithering Slytherin.
10
From in
seconds
Slytherin?
remaining.
Ooh.
5 seconds remaining.
And looks like potentially just the mid laners left for both teams, if that is an offlane Puck. What does DC need? I do like the Invoker synergy a lot, but it can be very matchup dependent, right?
They did take the liberty of banning out the decent option to have against the that. I don't know. Ban out Quap. Okay, leaves out OD's
Radiant team
still out
back.
there. That Invoker's still out there.
Odd potentially can take TA themselves,
Yes.
but it's a little rough against Flak. Or not Flak Cannon, Rocket Barrage.
10 seconds remaining.
Assassin. TA gets banned.
Radiant team pick.
Alright, Planet Odd, you gotta
Wind
reveal
Ranger at your
first.
service.
Oh, the
Wii
Wii-
Ranger.
What?
Wii
Yes,
Ranger.
we were talking about yesterday. Who said it? That Wind Ranger is a weaker hero than a Bane. Probably.
What?
Who was it? Grant. I was with a Grant and
10
have been
seconds
Grant.
remaining.
yeah, probably.
We'll just blame Grant since he's not.
5 seconds
But it's a
remaining.
I don't know if he meant a Wind Ranger, a mid lane Wind Ranger.
I mean,
like a cheeky
he's-
support Wind Ranger. something
She's
like
still
that.
decent
Reserve
as a
time.
position 4. It can work.
But here it is going to be in the mid lane, likely.
Yes.
Has the Drow aura on top of it.
It's got a lot of synergy with the amp from the Slardar as well.
Fatal bonds and just ulti 1. Everyone gets a lot of damage from it. I've heard-
Force your opponent to get like an MKB or some way to deal with the evasion.
10
Creating
seconds
hero in that
remaining.
way.
I almost think you have to
5 seconds remaining.
do like an Invoker, Sniper, Amber.
Ember again, huh? We've seen like 3 Ember games already today.
I don't know how much I like this. This is like 2 silences. There's a lot of disable and lockdown for the Ember. I don't even... How much do you think that matchup is like? The Ember against the Wind
I
Ranger?
don't think it's good.
Huh?
I don't think it's good for Ember.
Yeah, especially
It's
with
with Drow Aura, yeah.
Because it's basically like, it's the same thing as a Puck, right? You have a nuke to be able to remove the Flame Guard early. It's not a threat. You've got a lot of harassment damage from your right clicks that are going to be coming in. You've got an escape mechanism, so Ember Spirit can't really put a whole lot of pressure on you.
Yeah. And I feel like so usually it's a dual lane now.
10
Mid.
seconds remaining.
Slardar versus Nyx. I like the Slardar better. Early
5
levels.
seconds remaining.
Yeah, and Sardar's a better support mid than he normally would be because he's facing up against a melee core as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, plus he has Draw Ranger Aura.
True is a melee hero.
Yeah.
Good call. What, we trolled you, now you're trying to see if you can put one over on us?
A little bit. We need to get back to that as well.
So the question is, do you like this draft better or the TI3 Grand Final draft better?
Well, I said what I thought about that it's garbage. What having CM, Wisp, and Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, how times have changed, right? That
Yeah.
light looks so garbage
It's
now.
so bad.
I mean, that's a Wisp that could stun. That's those are like almost different heroes than they are. But we got into it now, gentlemen. Our game is loading underway. It's game number 2. Digital Chaos versus Planet Odd in your winner bracket. Winner moves on into the semifinals to face Team Freedom, as we saw earlier today, take down Complexity 2-0. So they're looking like the big boys on the block. coming out of that group stage nearly on top, only Team NP just etching things out and earning
Prepare for
that
battle.
direct invite to Seattle. Now these teams are battling it out for the one other spot.
Yeah, during that fake draft, we saw Elk being picked, but I still think some of the teams will pick it, even though it's nerfed a lot, especially the illusions and the tower damage and the gold they give.
Teams will start getting greedier.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Well,
But this draft is certainly not greedy at all. This is Draw Ranger push lineup into... I mean, what I like about the Ember Spirit is that it fights, right? Is that any of the other mids, like, you would have just had to accept that you're just going to get run over for the most part, or you're going to pull out some miracle 4 versus 5s.
it's also a
30
hero that gets
seconds to
on
battle.
top of the draw.
Yeah. So, like, you can actually fight into Planet Odd's lineup when they go for these towers. And again, that's the mantra. If you stop a Draw Ranger lineup from pushing towers, you've won the game.
It's actually Puck on mid and Moon is playing Wind Ranger.
Offlane Wind Ranger.
Ooh. Okay.
That's been, maybe
A while.
3-4 years ago, something.
Yeah.
That was TI2-ish,
That's
Light of
back
Heaven.
when I played.
Yeah.
We'll have to see how it fares. She does have that ridiculously long power shot now. Be able to at least snipe some farms herself, but she's going to help block for now. We'll hang here. Weehaw in the mid lane.
I love NA. Actually played the Wind Ranger in a pub in NA, and these guys, why did you pick Wind Ranger? That's the most garbage hero in the game. Go off lane. I didn't pick it. I ran them, so I went to jungle with
Okay. I thought that was
Jesus
gonna
Christ. I don't see much wrong with your NA pubs right now. I'm pretty sure they're reacting exactly the way they should have. Lacoste, good lord.
I thought that was gonna be
Cool story,
relevant
bro.
somehow.
Yeah, I thought this was going to make these idiots look bad for some
Well,
reason,
if you
but really
think,
just makes Lacoste look
If you
bad.
think you can be stupid, trust me, I can. More than you. Especially if I feel threatened.
It's your defense.
Is that your defense mechanism of
Don't
stupidity?
question my stupidity.
Don't ask,
What's
don't ask
happening
about
right
his
now?
mating call. It's even worse.
Oh god.
Top lane, this Misery Moon duo is certainly putting on a bit of pressure here to Mason right now. Misery best hide within the trees and will try to even go for an attempted pull, but Bulba's now rotated over from mid lane after adding the pressure there to get one of the creeps' attention. To interfere with all the other. Now take the advantage in numbers for now, but not before Bulba eats a stun. And a little bit of poking damage. What's happening down here below? Forev in a 2v1 with Sox of Resolution, but as you were saying in the draft, this is a Warlock with
Not
the
this time.
Drought Aura. So
Yep.
it's going to be a little bit more painful for the Legion Commander to deal with. Still has plenty of regen to go through though.
They shouldn't be able to zone him out. He should still be able to get his farm. Like, Forev, this is a pretty good lane for you. I want to see you show off this game, buddy.
Well, if Drow gets level 2 plus arrows, no,
Regeneration.
a lot of value. Investment was give us damage on the other lanes, or I mean, you can go for silence if you want to get a kill that right build. LC being able to cast rest attack.
Yeah, I'm almost wondering if his 2v1 is actually still worse than
Dubu?
the
Oh.
2v3 at top. Because Moon Meander and Misery's lane is really good. This Draw Ranger aura?
Yeah.
And I love the build on Ranger.
They see the rotation coming in, and Misery is the
Oh.
bodyguard. And just swarms on in.
He's shackled. He stopped his shackle.
What?
Why?
What's
the
happening?
0.01 second shackle.
Yeah, that's even less when Vayne uses ultimate.
Well, that was very unfortunate. Perhaps a missed kill there.
Oh,
get
he's
any
level
easier.
4 on that Legion. With
Dun,
Orb of
dun,
Venom.
dun.
He can score an easy kill on the bottom lane.
Might see Bulba rotate down and help out. Well, he's gonna go and harass Weehaw a little bit.
Good try. Weehaw. Trying to dodge mana burn. Don't think it works.
Yeah.
Misery's happy to rotate over near Bulba, at least for the... Heading all the way back up to join the side of Moon. Bulba grabs the bounty, and we'll see if he joins Forev in the bottom lane for a potential kill setup now that Forev is getting a lot of good farm down there. That will be the case. Jubu and Mason up here. Uh-oh. Soxa heading through the river. Thank God they put in that staircase. Be able to walk up in what trouble.
Mabed picks up a double damage. He's
Oh,
up.
Dubu is in trouble.
Yes, he is. Misery. Oh, might be getting stuck in here. Waiting to get close enough to go for the crush. Pump fakes it once. We'll get the second one. Power shot. Goes to the shackle. Basically dead. Tries to
He
go
even
in
gave
for
him
the-
first blood.
Tries to go in for Rocket Barrage, but
Good guy, Misery.
Misery hands over the first blood to Moon.
Yeah, if they can get early face boots on Wind Ranger, whoo, this lane's over. Just rotate out, I think. Oh yeah, they're doing it. Dubu and Bulba are gonna go for a 2-man smoke gank on mid or something. Maybe even wrap behind the Wind Ranger top.
Sure, he needs to. Dubu needs to be with somebody. There ain't not anything he's doing on his own except for feeding.
Yeah, he's gotta hold hands.
What is the move speed on that wheelchair hero?
On
Slightly better
Then
than
Crystal Maiden.
Crystal
right.
Maiden.
on their way into the lane is when both Moon and Misery take their exit, so maybe the rest of the smoke to perch up inside these trees and wait for the approach of Moon once again. It looks like he's now just made his return. That's when Dubu steps in. We'll be able to get off at least one auto attack. Then the shackle. Bulba waits, times out the stun. That with the rocket barrage, but the creeps come out, and Moon's going to be able to run away.
He wished he had Hex there. He wouldn't be able to use magic.
Yeah, that onto Wee, but then Misery comes in from behind. Ends up the stun, but Abed will step off. He's got raindrop still.
Oh, what?
Step in coil to cancel out the TP?
Yeah, there's no mana region, boss region for him.
Ah,
If you want to
Bulba.
TP back with the Remnant.
His support swarm in to cover the 6-minute rune too.
Very important.
But he will, or at least should, be able to get some salvation in at least the bounty rune.
6 gold.
Bulba takes
He
it.
doesn't even try.
A bit
Dire's
awkward.
middle tower is under attack.
The empty bottle and maybe wait, see if Bulba went all the way home and back in. Then all the way up top. Seriously under pressure here from Wee.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, seriously, I mean, the Legion Commander is such a good lane, but it's actually the Wind Ranger's lane that's still better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the Warlock is leaving a lot of XP to that draw.
The Draw Ranger,
Yeah, what level is
and
she?
you can't leave the Gyrocopter fully alone, right? Because he'll just get harassed by
Yeah,
the Wind Ranger.
it's Wind Ranger.
Yeah, it doesn't help that. I mean, Moon probably should have died maybe once or twice already if Dubu didn't cancel the shackles.
Moon is able to kind of live through that laning phase a bit and now get to a point when he could contest the Gyrocopter, and DC are going to be in a bit of an awkward spot. Rev through this bottom lane though, gets a nice creep pull. That'll take up some time, it looks like. Sox is able to still leech a lot of the XP, and Resolution still priming his way through his farm down there on the bottom.
Now that Draw Ranger is level 6, they get even more
Radiant's
damage.
middle
Or they
tower
smoke.
is under
Probably want to
attack.
get some dual damage on bottom.
The possible plan here.
Horizon, easy
Looking
joke.
like he doesn't have a lot, you know. Oh, I'm just a Legion Commander with low mana.
I bet, or Weeha's got to be quick on the call. He sees a creep wave. Nobody's here. Should be calling right
Already,
back. It's too late.
move is made just like that. Resolution tries to go for a TP, but of course the walk-up duel is going to be there. Resolution
He
goes
barely
down.
had mana. Look at the mana on Legion Commander.
Dire's middle tower
He had the
is
mana
under
going in.
attack.
Did he lose or spend a bit of it?
He
Soldier's
did he
fortune.
throw down
Overwhelming Gods, yeah.
Radiant's
so, yeah,
bottom
right before.
tower is under attack.
Well, luckily for him, they do have the mana to get the duel off, and we'll secure a nice route faster than Planet Odd are going to be able to communicate. arm up with more tools to work with.
We go drums first on Windranger. Fighting build, I like it. Red
And
trouble.
Misery spotted out Dewey. Also Forev, as you mentioned, we catch the back end of that one. Goes down in the bottom lane. Caught up by Misery with his own rotation down. Very nicely. Coil set up. Legion Commander takedown. All the meanwhile, Misery was able to bully Dubu out from that top lane.
And Sox's actually level 5. Hopefully it was a part of that kill. Oh, Mason's dead.
Yeah. Trouble fighting within the trees. Drops down the call down, but swarmed in from Misery and Moon. Now Abed's going to be forced to rotate over. Looks like they've been able to target out Misery. Just a little bit more, and they will get it. Bulba dished out the stun, but it came up just a bit short on grabbing a hold of Moon there.
Still a good trade for Planet Odd. Puck is level 9.
Dire's middle
Sox is
tower
getting
is under attack.
getting close to that level 6, right?
Dire's
Good levels
structures
on
are
him. He was pulling a
fortified.
lot on bottom and was part of one kill.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Went mid
Dire's
after they
middle
got that
tower
kill and
is
got
under
some
attack.
solo experience before we hot joined him.
Yeah, he immediately actually TP'd to get that XP because the lane was pushing until he comes back to the lane.
Yeah, it's cool. It's all very
Effective.
efficient for the supports.
Tower down.
Dire's middle tower
Closing that
has fallen.
XP gap between two teams. Yes.
Never refuse gold given.
Dire's top
Oh,
tower
they might
is
cross
under
right
attack.
with Forev. Will trying to juke around wrong way. Yeah, it doesn't go the correct way.
Radiant's
Ends
bottom
up getting hit
tower
with that
is under
stun,
attack.
silenced up. Coil even going to be committed at the end to help secure it.
And Moon Meander's focus firing tier 1 tower. Gonna be tough.
Gets the shackle off, but there's a shackle of Dubu's zone that he'll be able to dish out on the Moon and help get the kill finally. DC are getting kills across the map here a bit, but does still feel like this is Odd's early game.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that their DC safe lane got run over so heavily by Misery and Moon. Just pressure on the gyrocopter. Juju died a bunch of times.
Buck has a blink dagger in 200 gold.
Dire's bottom tower
Plus
is
Rock
under
is
attack.
online. They can just start pushing as 5. Gyro has no items, Rasta just picked up 6. Next assassin is pretty underleveled, I guess. 4 probably. Oh, never mind. They need to be careful if they want to commit to a 5-man push. They need to get some sentries up.
They make their move here. It looks like it's going to be going down before
Radiant's
they
middle
get
tower is
help
under attack.
nearby. They're one there for they'll double back here. Hard shot, but
Every coin
no
helps.
smoke or heavy movement here coming out from the D staff just yet. Travel looks like it's going to be here for Abed with some more pickup. We're talking a lot about Ember in a couple of the other games here
Dire's
about
top
his.
tower is under attack.
Dodged up the stun. Coil has to be committed here on the Abed. He wants to rev it in. Go for Wii, but can't quite get it. He's
Very
gonna be able to
close.
move on, but yes, close. We'll get it up in his face. Take him down. But I was gonna say, Abed, do you think he's gonna veer on the side of more of a defensive item build-up this game?
Against 2 silences, Puck, Drow, he needs to. Yule
Yeah.
Scepter is my choice probably, especially it removes also Slaughter ult. Can dodge Shackle as well.
We'll see if it's something comes up after Travel completed here. Really close to just 200
Well,
gold.
if he feels comfortable, he might go for something else.
Radiant's bottom tower
He
is
has
under attack.
Legion Commander press the attack to remove
Radiant
one of the
structures
silences
are
if it's not
fortified.
used. There's no other save.
Dire's top tower is under
Hard
attack.
movement up top here comes out from Planet On.
Radiant's
They're looking to
bottom
commit on
tower
in and
is
take
under
out
attack.
tier 1. They'll have all 3 cleared out. Just going from objective to objective, and I guess that's kind of what you do when you have a draw lineup after all.
Dire's top
Yeah,
tower
they're
is
tuning
under
away their own
attack.
safe lane tower as well as kind of a push it mid. The wards have
Dire's
been dropped
top
from
tower
the Shadow
has fallen.
Shaman. Those are going to take that, so that wasn't actually worth it.
Yeah, they even lost the
Radiant's
bottom
middle
tower as well.
Nine, and costs his life for it. They walk in with the chain setup, and will take him down. A call down
Misery
to
two?
minute for that. Bulba manages to connect on the stun, gets a good hit of Mana Leak, and now it's going to be Misery. So a
Radiant's
tower
middle
plus
tower
2.
is under attack.
All going the way of DC here.
Dire's top tower is under
But
attack.
yeah, that was actually DC outmaneuvering
Dire's
Planet Odd
structures
for
are
sure.
fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is
Oh,
under
look
attack.
at the Wind Ranger. She's so far. Then going for Road of Aetas against the Ember Spirit to lock him down with the root.
That's a cool choice.
Yeah, he knows he has the damage already with Aura, so be a little more flexible with this.
Planet Odd needs to find an opening, a good big team fight with that Blink Dagger on Puck and the Rock still not used. Misery needs to also farm his Blink Dagger to have extra sort of initiation for that Ember Spirit.
Shadow Blade possibly here in queue for Resolution to come out. We've seen Drows go for that. We've seen Dragonlance. Does the Shadow Blade pickup feel like the smarter pickup? Is it more of a defensive kind of a thing?
It's great versus Ember Spirit. If you look at this,
More of aggressive than defensive build.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're looking at it in a way for them to be able to make setup plays on like a split pushing Ember or
Yeah,
something
catch
like that?
catch the back lines, I guess. Maybe
Catch back lines.
it's just
Rasta.
like that Nyx Assassin
Yeah.
versus Ember Spirit. It means the Ember Spirit, like, he can't do his split pushing nonsense. Like grabbing a stun that goes through Magic Immunity against Juggernaut just limits the way that the hero can be played.
Odd, they're moving as a caravan all the way up towards Forev's position, and it looks like it's going to be a successful
Can they kill him
game.
before the Blink Dagger? No, he just got it.
They'll sweat it out a bit to kind of get a little Forev right within the trees. Odds, and then finally they'll be able to get a hold of a move. Last hit on that one. That's what we're talking about. Didn't get it early enough to stop him from finishing up the Blink Dagger. Meanwhile, mid lane,
Push him out.
Riha making a move.
Close.
There to try to shove him back, but could not push him far enough to snap the coil and stop the TP. Cute bit of synergy there, but not enough push pressure. Maybe at level 25 we'll go for the 400 gust distance knockback. Just
Yeah, Puck gets Aghanim Scepter and pushes them out with
All of
with
them.
Gust. Yeah,
Incredible.
We laugh, but you know.
but it might happen.
that might be new
Yeah.
meta. Careful.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Fortune.
Gugu looking to go for a tier 2.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Never
Good though.
refuse
I mean, I remember not long ago we were casting Shao Shaman game and we were talking about how that Shaman never seemed to use his wards, never seemed to kind of be, you know, pressuring the opponent and forcing him to keep coming across the map. And here, he drops one set of wards and he might actually just end up getting the whole tower. Looks like they will. Next on the way back is
Radiant's
Misery's trying to
bottom
commit
tower has
in.
been denied.
He will get the deny at the end, but look at that. I mean, they force everyone from Odd all the way down here to the bottom lane, and Odd are not getting the grab on anything.
And meanwhile, Mason's just farming away mid.
got
from Kitcha.
Strength, overflow. Looks like a Y kind of a builder.
Mason's an SNY kind of guy.
S and Y kind of guy.
Why?
That just sounds like a terrible shirt I could get guy.
Dire's middle tower is under
They know
attack.
Roshan is going on. But they're not immediately colliding in there.
Mason, he's got called down.
They're giving it up.
But
They know Rasta doesn't have wards, but I don't think fight them. Frog probably means no.
Your Shaman has fallen to the Radiant.
planning on get their Roche, get their Aegis, give to Resolution, and
Radiant's
head right
bottom
back off
tower
into
is
their
under
right
attack.
here. Resolution after Shadow Blade. We'll have that Dragon Lance next, though. Of our boy. Staff build up for the Rada Atos. And, Misery's just got a couple of 100 golds away from getting that blink.
So if frog means no, does that mean charge means yes?
Yes.
Yes. Charge.
Charge.
Do it.
Kill Misery! Jump in duel as the Slardar pops into the lane. Weehaw tries to help him out. He's like, oh, this is such a good opportunity for a big 3-man coil and a big 3-man rock, a 3-man
Oh,
orb.
the fatal
And
bond!
there's just so much that damage being spread around all cheesy like that. Planet Odd taking a monster turnaround fight. Can they get all of them down? Abed! Gonna get dropped here. Now Weehaw looking to go for the next target. Forev super low here.
Commander's
Good.
here.
Got him. Shoots him
Snipe.
down. 3 for 1 trade. What a beautiful setup. Weehaw jumping in, getting the silence, the 3-man coil, the 3-man rock and such.
They were hesitating about whether they want to go or not. Probably someone showed on the lane, so they decided to go with the rock. Coil was already used. Saxa was really careful. Or not.
Good read by Mason.
Yep. He steps away. They try to scan for where he might have gone, but scan.
Yeah, that's pretty fast from Odd, right? They just killed at bottom lane. They just swept through straight to top lane, cut out any split pushing, and potentially catch a hero, which they will. Or not.
Ooh, very
JK.
close.
This Windrunner is so far away.
Got that rod now done, and is queuing up a BKB item.
Doesn't that feel a little awkward?
What? What?
Atos into BKB.
She's so
super
tanky
strong.
with it, and
Tower is under
can
attack.
stand in the
Okay, in trouble. He has to dish out this call down here. Power shots from across the river, but now moving from Bulba to look to go for the finish on Rezo, who does have that Aegis, but then the turnaround. Coil going to be going down. Bulba gets crushed into oblivion. He's going to be taken out for about 20 seconds. Now they're moving from Abed. They're going to be able to drop the wards, surround Misery, and get the finish. And that is when Planet on the side to split. Resolution
almost gets him.
incredibly low. They couldn't even finish off that Aegis.
Days of 4 position for a 4 position. 14 minutes.
Now they can push. Still have an Aegis on.
Push gets him tier 2s down.
By push, I don't mean using Gust. I mean gathering up as 5.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Puck looks like he's
There's the
getting,
Yule Scepter.
Yep. Lincoln Sphere, so double protection, double defensive items here. We're up straight to that before extra hefty damage coming. And Otter across the river, like you were talking about. They have the Aegis still to work with, and they know the Serpent Wards are down. This is Odd's best chance to kind of advance the game on forward here. As they say, you've got the draw lineup, you're playing with the clock a bit.
There's no
Dire's
block.
middle tower is under attack.
Playing with the game clock.
Radiant
against the watch.
structures are fortified.
Nice watch there, Char.
Dire's middle tower has
He already
fallen.
bought it.
Radiant's top
So,
tower is under
oh.
attack.
Okay,
Bulba
Gus
gets caught out.
have the sentries there. Fortunate for Bulba, but he will get picked off trying to scout things out on what Odd are up to.
What's the skill build on Saxa?
Is over
Big
here.
prize.
Radiant's top tower
Currently
has
has
been
a
denied.
3-3-2.
He went for
Soldier's
2 build at the
fortune.
start. Now he's maxing
Radiant's bottom tower
the
is under attack.
first one.
Get a bounce. Yeah. It's a lot of 5-on-5 team, right?
Yeah, for sure. Oh,
Oh, is that really
oh
worth it?
goodness. Well, I guess his team's coming,
Nice.
so figures why not, and because it's the Ember Spirit of all people. He's got the Yules. Can he Yules himself out of this jam? No! That makes the Rock feel worth it for sure.
They didn't have a remnant to jump to after. And,
You got Mason.
Oh, he went to the arcane room, gets hit with the rod, and then gets Bulba moves in, but it's just a bit too late. This can turn into a one-on-one feed sesh. Coming down by DC, and it will. Bulba also gets down. And look at this, they're trying to frantically run on over and cut off where Ferev's positioning is, but Ferev is going to take the safer road to the side shop and be able to make it out.
I like what Odd is doing a lot here. They get 1 kill, move down, TP
Immediately,
move,
yeah.
immediately look for another. They don't stop to farm. They don't go do anything.
They don't want to lose the momentum they have. Even though the Rock is on cooldown, I don't think they're going to commit to another team fight before the Rock is online. But still, they can get a pick-offs with Shadow Blade and Meander.
They are going to get right back to moving forward here. Top lane seems to be on the docket.
They know where he is.
Heading right on through and straight to where Forev's positioning is, and Abed's also nearby. Goes for the slight. Good timing, but oh no! Jumps right back into the open arms of Odd.
So hard. Those things.
And they're not done yet. Looking to go for Dubu. Dubu's going to have to get the purge here from Forev, but he's going to zap down the wave, knowing that his life is over. He will try his best to slow down the momentum of Planet Odd, but they are already here. Outside the front door and looking to make some moves onto this tier 2. Possibly the racks, but Mason will try to slow him down. Dishes out the call down. Nice dodge of the stun there coming out from Bulba.
Yeah, they're not giving DC the chance to collect themselves and go for a gank themselves. Constantly
DC's
chaining
lineup
these.
is that good 5-on-5. They have a lineup that can gank with Nyx, with Legion Commander. After they get a kill, then they can take objectives.
So they're not satisfied hanging around mid lane much longer. They head all the way back down bottom, perhaps. Still have a couple of tier 2s on the outer lanes to work with. We'll see if DC are just going to have to wait indoors defensively, or are they gathering up for a smoke play? I see a smoke here on Bulba Boy, but not taking the initiative of rolling out with a game plan quite yet.
I don't think they can fight until they PK the
Dire's
Shark Hunter.
bottom tower has fallen.
Maybe they
Yeah,
can
but look
turn
at the
game
damage
around.
on Gyro. He goes for drums, Aquila, or casual Sunge, then BKB. He deals no damage still. That hero needs so much to come online. Even if you use a Pratsky attack level 4
Yeah.
on him, he still doesn't deal any significant right-click damage.
There's not a lot of damage pretty much on the team at the moment. I mean, Ember is pretty heavy in the magical side, I think.
But he doesn't have a veil.
No Veil. The Warlock has a hood. Is he going to be picking up a pipe, too?
Yeah, probably.
Wind Ranger's got a buttload of life. Drow Shadowblade and with a Dragon Lance. Like, they're not burstable targets here on the side of Planet Odd.
Unburstable damage heroes.
Burstable damage here.
How dare you guys disrespect Warcraft like that? Making fun of me.
We're not making
We're
fun,
not
we're just
making fun.
enhancing.
If anything, this is a tribute to Grant.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just
I
prison
hear the
choice.
mocking tone in your voice.
I would never mock Grant.
Uh-huh.
Listen, just because Lacoste always sounds sarcastic, that's just who he is.
Yeah, this is your
I've got a douchey-looking face. Lacoste has a sarcastic-sounding voice. You know, we are who we are, Charlie.
Dire's
Try not to
top
judge
tower
us so
is
much.
under
Why are you
attack.
judging us?
Yeah, Jesus, dude.
Okay, here comes Bulba.
Sorry, guys.
Don't worry, guys. Moving in. Oh,
Got him.
Resolution has been spotted out.
Hold
They
on.
move in to show everything they can to get him, but she's still fine and just walks on away. Meanwhile, it's going to be Mason under huge pressure here. If Shackle holding down Weehaw out of the fight as much as possible while they put a lot of the pressure onto Moon, but he is still so very tanky and is just on the run from this homing missile. On the other side, it's going to be Saksa throwing his body into the fight here. And it will end up going down.
They even gave dual damage to Drow Ranger. She survived somehow.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
just
she's so tanky.
I can't.
insane amount dropped in that area.
And the Misery also used ulti on Gyro before he died. Focus fire on Wind Ranger. It just melts the hero.
They have to survive, they have to build and survive, but then in moments like that, you just realize they just don't have the firepower, though, unfortunately.
And the sad part is, like, they picked this Ember Spirit to be able to fight and do some split pushing too as well. They haven't been able to fight into Planet Odd as much as they would like to. So now we're looking at it. So it would have been better if they had a more better scaling mid. Because at least we would have this sort of dead run for Planet Odd. Like, no matter how well you're doing the game, you still have to push high ground and end the game before this hero, whatever hero that is.
Yeah, we mentioned during the picks that he's gonna have a hard time playing against two silences, and yeah, you can see why. Also, he got pretty destroyed in the lane. They couldn't take any towers early on, so he kind of are not
There's a lot of pressure on him to do things around the map just because his lane was the one that did the most okay, like went the most even.
Yeah.
DC's safe lane just got, it got destroyed.
Now after Odd, secure an easy Roche. They hand off the agents to Drow Ranger Resolution. And they get right back on the objective path here, running up and into DC neck of the woods. And they have at least another tier 2 that they can take down with for easy money. It's just DC trying to stall things out as best they can. They'll pressure the bottom lane, force Planet Odd back so they can't just go right in for the jugular. And just try to hope that they can hit
Radiant's
their own
bottom
timings.
tower is under attack.
And wait things out like the
Radiant
Lincoln Sphere to be
structures are
online and
fortified.
finished. And Gyrocopter's Halberd apparently also going to be coming together. Again, doesn't add a lot to the damage, but might nerf down a bit of damage from Planet Odd side.
Yeah, what do you think about Hex as an item? That item is so expensive and you don't get much from it. Plus you can remove it with an item that it's a Lotus Orb or whatever. And then you need to do something about sight.
Yes.
Damn!
I
more
would have
insight.
I would have said
You would've said
exactly
the
that,
same,
right?
yeah.
It's like an old item that, like, as they add in new
Outdated
items,
item.
it's just become outdated.
Yeah, roots are cool now. We like getting roots, Lotus Orbs.
Like you barely see it on any hero.
Despite the fact that we have all these heroes that would actually fit very well into Scythe. Puck, Lina,
Yeah.
Quap, all have a lot of value in Scythe, but they
Yeah, I
don't get
mentioned it
for a
because
reason.
Puck has one queued up.
Alright, now it's time for DC to spam things out. Prevent Planet Odd from creeping their way from inside the base, but Resolution's got the range to work with, so he'll siege away from the low ground with that extra life. Still no Shadow Shaman here. Dubu doing his own split push thing, taking his time as he needs 30 seconds before wards or even back up and at the ready.
Well, DC is gonna lose the game if they just keep doing this. They need to initiate, try to risk it, go from behind, take down Warlock if possible, because Warlock has the pipe, they have Aegis and the cheese.
Try to buy time for Shadow Shaman to take this to the top.
Okay, there's the move. It's going to be Warlock dropping down the rock, getting it right onto the head of Mason. Mason sends down his own call down.
Well, if Shadow Shaman uses ulti on top lane, they won't be able to fight. They don't have any damage dealer. They'll just lose dragons.
Making his way there.
Rock used, I don't think Planet Odd should.
Radiant's top tower is under
They're
attack.
still bursting through the wave and hanging around. He didn't end up dropping the wards. In fact, he ended up returning to the mid lane instead. Moon pops his BKB and runs on back after they clear out the tier 3. And it looks like
Radiant's
that's all
top
that
tower
Planet Odd
is
had
under
wanted.
attack.
And now that means they can get shrines. More money.
DC's gonna fight him for that shrine.
Looks like
Not
it.
gonna give it up.
We're running that way. Moving right in already. There's going to be the chains lockdown. It's Resolution, the one to scout out the pack first. Rocket's already on the roof, but Abed has spotted out Saksa here. The weak little support who already committed his rock is going to be turned into damage now. For Ferev, bumping him up to just 34, while Planet Odd have already taken their lead. But it's not going to help defend the shrine. They're still going to get the shrine down. It's a simple pick for DC, and they'll be awarded, you know, a little bit more time before they're going to be pressured into another high ground defense. But do you suppose they try to do anything within this window of time while there is no rock available?
No, they should just continue farming, try not to die, get some more items online, especially on drivers.
And they're trying to farm in the bottom lane here. Oh, dodges his way out. The coil had been committed for that one too.
That might
This
be
is
true
risky.
because coil.
Yeah, this is risky, but they need to do these kinds of plays to get back into the game.
Radiant's
Just buy some
top
time.
tower is under
There were 4
attack.
heroes on bottom. Now they can just probably take top tower and go to their fort.
Radiant's top
Wind Ranger
tower
sees
has
the wards
fallen.
as big old gold dash.
Yeah, there's just so much damage happening on DC side right now. Ember had to be able to completely defensive. Same with Gyro.
I'll take that.
Shaman's going for an Agnus.
4F's got nothing.
This lineup will eventually start falling out for Planet Odd, but it's really the Wind Ranger that was the kind of surprise last pick that really increases the longevity of this lineup. Created so many issues, right? It wins the off lane. It single-handedly can take towers as well, which is pretty rare for the off-laners with Draw Ranger lineups, but I think it's a nice little twist that gives this lineup a lot more power. Doesn't have to 5-man as often. And now it also gives this really intense scaling where Gyrocopter, Ember Spirit, these heroes are always going to have a problem with the late game Wind Ranger because it's such intense single target damage mixed with disable.
Here comes Planet on the move now. Just as Rock is coming back up online and they know that the Serpent Wards are down. So they are taking their advancement in. Plant a ward. Pretty deep over here to watch the bottom lane out and wait to the high ground side of things to see if anyone from DC side are going to be overstepping their boundaries a bit. Quick pick punish could earn them those mid racks rather easily.
This is how you should play Shadow Shaman support, by the way. We saw some Shadow Shamans, like, when they're losing the game, they're playing,
stuck in
like,
the base.
defensively with their team all the time. Don't do that.
No.
Like, you are special as a support. You know, like, the Shadow Shaman's a special support.
Yeah,
in
you
that
don't
deck.
eat glue, but you're special.
Yeah, like, he's not a Grand, but he can actually take tier 3 towers by himself. So he needs to make sure that one of these side lanes are always pushed out for him to have that kind of threatening power.
That threatening power is helping prolong this game a bit for DC here.
Yeah, they're dragging the game. It's good for DC as long as the game lasts longer. Still,
He's gonna have
Abed
Aghanim
needs,
soon.
yeah, Abed still needs one more item. He's going for Radiance, but it seems to be good choice against those right clickers.
Yeah.
SMY be complete now that the halberd's done.
He's not gonna use it yet. He needs to have gold for Butterfly, if he wants to do it. He might actually switch to MKB before because of the Wind Ranger, and Slardar seems to be building a Solar Crest.
Every coin helps.
What a sharp eye, huh?
Yeah. Planet Odd have been resided inside DC's woods here for like the past almost 5 minutes, it feels. Just farming through the jungle here, figuring that they are taking that all away from DC, but DC have slowly crept their way through this top lane now between Abed and Dubu.
Yeah, I mean, this gold leads, normally when you have this kind of lead,
Radiant's
it's supposed to
top
grow and grow
tower
and
is
grow
under
because
attack.
you're controlling so much of that, but Digital Chaos have done a good job of making sure it's not completely gotten out of control. That's what I would say. You know, 11k is like, what, 2 bad team fights? Maybe even 1 for Roshan.
Yep. This is that magic time where, you know, you gotta draw a lineup, it's 35 minutes in, she's cool, but like, you know, it's Drought Ranger. You always have fear in the late game that she kind of fizzles out a little bit. So, curious about the sense of urgency here from Odd or Not. They have Rock, they have everything up and at the ready. Do you suppose there's just something special they're waiting for? I mean, I guess it looks like the Roche is not going to be too far off.
They're having a lot of problems with the split push, that's why. They have good catch heroes. Okay, Misery actually went for Shadow Blade. This is when those Shadow Blades phase off pretty much. I saw it a few times because they're split pushing so hard, especially against a hero like Ember Spirit. He just needs to be there. It's the insta-stun.
Is this
You just
where
need
Shadow
one more
Blade pays
hero.
off? Yeah, might catch that pesky Dubu. Oh, he shows himself, but Dubu's going to be able to turn and get the Hex off. Oh my god, good luck getting out of this one. They
Whoa.
dropped the rock and everything. So much hate for poor little Shadow Shamans. I guess they're going to run. They're going to run this down the bottom lane now that they committed the rock.
I try and want to get something out of this, but like,
Which I will. It's Roshan, maybe.
It is up, right?
Yeah,
It's up now, yeah.
And the Radiance is up.
Shadow Blade to the left-hand side. See if we catch somebody.
it seems like DC is caught on to Odd's movements. They know that they're just like running back and forth trying to catch heroes out.
Yeah, I'm getting a bit more confident for DC as this game ticks on here. Odd are timid as they move in. BKB on the docket here for resolution, but they would love to be able to kind of clean up the foes nearby.
There's the SNY you were talking about.
Yeah, SNY is done. Oh, he split apart the helmet? Looks like.
Yeah, soon for the butterfly.
I don't think that's worth it until you have a gold. What's the purpose of it? You don't have a disarm, that's it.
Yeah, you should keep the halberd until you have
Yeah.
butterfly. The I think you know what Planet is doing. You know they're doing this 5-man back and forth very rapidly trying to catch us.
I mean, you still get the evasion for yourself, but you don't have the disarm ability.
And the disarm is like, you have 2 heroes that disarm is really
5.5
good on.
seconds range, yeah.
I think at some point Digital Chaos are going to have to set up some sort of like trap almost. I'm not sure how, because their split push is going to get caught, right? They have to find a way to punish Planet
Okay,
Odd
he
for
built
what
it
they're doing.
again. Someone
He went
told
back.
him you don't need to disassemble it yet.
Hey, idiot. You do.
Double damage.
That was Bull, but not me.
Rush to the bottom lane. That Dubu is somewhere in here, and they're gonna find him.
Wrong hole.
Dubu's like,
Dubu's
The
here
hunt for
somewhere.
DC Dubu.
oh, just
They
out
just-
of it.
Drop the coil, I dare you.
Drop a rock. On
Drop a
cooldown,
rock.
Sadly.
Dubu makes it out. Mission Dubu successful for now.
DC immediately funneling through the top lane. Planet Odd got a 5-man up through the top lane, but this time around DC might actually fight them on a high ground area or something. I think that's how you change the tempo of the game, right? You don't let Planet Odd do the same thing over and over and over again. You punish them. You're gonna get lazy.
They need to have that Slardar +1 at the right position.
Yeah, this doesn't look like the
Yeah.
right position.
This looks like the right position for Slardar.
Yeah, Planet Odd. Yeah, it's not good for DC.
Come on.
10k reaction. There's going to be the Lincolns, but they will have plenty of follow-up to get that taken care of, and Dubu as well. Split push going to be punished here from Shadowblade Gaming coming out of Planet Odd.
A soldier's
And that's no
fortune.
buyback on Abed either. 70 seconds. No
The-
Ember Spirit.
Quickly as I
The
go.
Aegis, that should be the call for go high ground.
Go,
Yeah.
go, go, go. Rushing that way. Misery's there first.
This game could just end without too much of a clash, honestly.
These are the Dota games you don't like then. It's a sad way to get closure, but that's how it works out
Dyer's middle
sometimes.
barracks are
We'll
under
see if
attack.
Planet Odd can take it. Take the freebie here. Going against what will be soon 4. Ember needs 40 seconds more time. This is easy racks mid lane. Wolf will
Dyer's
slow him down a bit,
structures
but
are
It's gonna be
fortified.
one more side. Easy. 34 seconds. They can enough
Dyer's middle
damage.
barracks has fought.
Yeah,
Dyer's
they
middle
should know
barracks
they're going to
has
get
fought.
that aggressive. Probably would have been
he has it now. He has it now. He just got it. 20 seconds still.
Stuff for up at the
Yeah.
buyback now.
No, it's too late. I mean, if you would have bought back, you would have bought back right now. As soon as it came out. Okay, oh God. Buy back now when he thinks that maybe Odd might have overextended a bit. A jump-in duel's going to be there for Wee. They're going to go for the fish. They get it with the help of the Abed. Makes it feel well worth to go for the buyback at that point. Resolution, though, is able to kind of get the cleanup onto Dubu. We watch the chase and turn around for Moo as he tries to focus fire and take out Marev. Can't quite get it. Eventually, they will get
Team
the upper
digital.
hand and take him down. It's a 3-for-1 trade. Well,
That
two-
was super cool because the way DC set that up is that they had this
Dyer's
wraparound with
bottom
the 2
tower
supports,
is under
and
attack.
that's why he wasn't buying back yet. He needed to wait for the supports to be in a position to get the immediate catch. Right? Like, you know, these heroes are immediately just going to run away, right? So you need to make sure you actually have the catch as the buyback comes
Yeah.
in immediately. So the buyback times with the 2 supports initiating, and then they just kind of end up running over Planet Odd as a result.
When the enemy team sees that you bought back, they immediately go back. So you need to have some kind of catch. They managed to Warlock, nice.
Crimson Guard Warlock.
They managed to get the gem off the puck.
Oh, that's big. Because their split pushing has been pretty lackluster, like what they've actually managed to get results-wise with the split pushing, because their wards never last. So they had to play super scared, or they end up getting caught.
And good are linked.
So what would you say the odds are now for a team like DC? Are we at like still favorable for Planet Odd at this point in the game, or is it getting later enough that DC are going to be starting to kind of show up?
Oh, with MKB finished, they can even focus the Wind Rangers. Can't do that much in a team fight. Just stand freely. Even with a BKB popped, Gyro just starting to grow as a damage dealer right now. Well, what is the level on Gyro? 23. Well, he's getting close to that level 25.
We do have the 25 on big one.
Somewhere.
Just on a creep, dude. Nothing too exciting. Moon farming his way out there, has that axe done, and he's going for his own MKB. Will be the true right clicker
Surprise!
of his team. But they now smoke and they move on out here. We still got near 3 minutes before the Roche comes up, but Odd are possibly coming across a big opportunity. They find Bulba nearby and in the pit. Mason comes in and says, okay, hold on a second. There's a lot of Odd members there. Tries to 180 and run the other direction, but they've spotted him out. Catch him with the rod. He's going to be forced to BKB. Finally, Abed's there to step in, but they want to make sure they get this one done. So they move in with the rock, and they'll finally get the finish. And Abed trying to commit in with his buddy Forev. Forev looking to go for the front. Abed in the back. They move in for Forev, and they just swarm it on home. Meanwhile, look at Dubu down here. He's got wards. Drops him down and looks to go for the tier 3. So what are you going to do, Planet
Radiant
Odd?
structures
What are you gonna do?
End the game.
And Warlock goes back because, no, honestly, he already
Use all
dropped
of his
rock,
spells.
and it's just Dubu.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
It's Dubu. Odd, we're running towards the top lane here, trying to get the grab for Abed, who's already back inside the base. The resolution, they're waiting for him. Popped out the gust. Well, right clicked, but it goes in for the Yule. Cheese going to be gobbled down. Resolution back to full. Nice quick drift there. He tries to purge it off a bit, but the shackle shot will lock him down in place. 100 seconds without a buyback. It's going to be all on Mason now, but Mason already locked in his spot. The flag cannon coming out right now, but eventually they will surround him, and he will get dropped. 96 seconds for both of them, it would appear, and that is going to do it, gentlemen. We're going to a game number 3 for this playoff match.
Dire's middle tower is under
Good
attack.
stuff.
Dire's top
Yeah, this is what they were like to see.